The whole Leela, that whole play of Krishna and Radha brings us to another dimension in life. There is joy, there is bliss, there is innocence, there is openness.
They say there is no mention of Radha in the Bhagavatam.
Yes.
Please could you throw some light on that, your insight?
If you keenly observe, there are Gopas and Gopis, and there is a mention of most beloved Gopi. And that is what is Radha is. Krishna is the divine and she is the longing. Beautiful. Longing and love. Krishna means one who attracts. So much of attraction. We all run behind Gurudev, no? And then we are so happy for no reason. Joy wells up. And then all the questions, all the worries goes away in his presence.
Sita and Radha were there 7,000, 5,000 years ago. And yet they've transcended time. They've not faded even a little bit from our memory.
This is the beauty in our Itihasa Puranas. It was there before also. It's there now also. And you can handle it. They have all gone through it and then they have come out of it successfully. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, Maneva Manushyanam Karanam Bandha Moksheva. Your own mind is what can make you beautiful or bind you. If you have the good fortune to find your divine, your guru, your whole outlook changes in life.
Gurudev has composed numerous songs on Radha. Radhe Radhe, Govinda, Radha Gopala.
Radhe Govind, he has only done. When you have gratitude, grace naturally comes to you. And you realize that whole life is nothing but a beautiful song. Shri Radhe Govind, Radhe Govind, Radhe Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govind.
Jai Gurudev, Amma.
Jai Gurudev.
Welcome to the podcast. Amma, I read Sita when it came out and it was transformational. So just waiting for the book that you have written now, Radha Supreme Love. So could you tell us a little bit about how that came about?
How it came about, just like Sita, she also came, Radha. I would say that our Itihasa Purana, these stories, they are etched in all our DNA, I would say, when it's such a joy to revisit them. At the same time, they have so much relevance in this age also. Like you can, and especially when you have Gurudev's knowledge, when you look through Gurudev's eyes, so it makes more sense. You can relate to it even now, even though 5,000 years back Radha was there, or Sita was there 7,000 years back. And today also it's so much relevant. That is how both these books have come up. And I'm very happy about this book also. You will be happy also reading it.
Waiting for it, Amma. Amma, as a sneak peek, could you give us some insight into the book, some instances that you've written about?
If I start talking about Radha and say all the things, there won't be any surprise. When we were children, read the same book so many times, still it would give us the same joy. Also, my father would narrate to us many stories from Ramayana, Mahabharata. And every night we expected the same story. It's not, we don't want a new story. Like that, this is again the same story of Radha, but maybe the perspective is little different. I'm quite sure you'll all enjoy. And the whole thing is, they take you back to your innocence.
Amma, you have described Sita as the mind in the present moment. How would you describe Radha?
Sita, mind in the present moment. That's what Gurudev said. And here, Gurudev only has said that Radha means going back to the source. Like Dhara is going outside, how the flow comes. Dhara, the waterfalls, water going out, that is Dhara we call it, river flowing. So, Radha is the same attention flowing inward, going back to the source. So, this is a beautiful explanation by Gurudev and I just loved it. Because when you really read all these stories, you are in that innocent space. Our source is that innocence. There is an openness in you. Openness comes to you and then only when you have openness, then you can learn more, isn't it? Like that of Krishna's flute, it is hollow and empty. If straw is stuffed in it, anything is stuffed, they won't make noise. Whereas when it is hollow and empty, that is what is innocence. Every time the children listen to the same story and then they have their own imagination and then they love it, isn't it? So there is no judgment there. There is no preconceived notions. There is no concept. These things really actually concept bind us so much in life. And without these concepts and then being in that innocent space, you feel free. That's what I felt when I was writing about Radha and Krishna. And that's why they say Ram Katha, it's more serious, whereas Krishna Leela. Here Leela is where you playfully realize our consciousness likes newness. They say Navo Navo Bhavati Jayamana. So same way here, the whole Leela, that whole play of Krishna and Radha brings us to another dimension in life where there is joy, there is bliss, there is innocence, there is openness, and everything is so beautiful actually. You really experience it, just not a concept. So when you think about them, you feel, oh, like this also mind can be. Like this, the life can be like this, joyful, and it's I felt that it's so essential to revisit again and again our Puranas, Itihasas, because speed that which we are running in life, little bit this slow button, pause button, and to take a look at all the glories and wealth that is hidden in our culture.
Amma, speaking of our Puranas, Itihasas, Bhagavatam if you take, they say there is no mention of Radha in the Bhagavatam.
Yes.
Please could you throw some light on that, your insight?
As you rightly pointed out, there is no mention of Radha in Bhagavad Puran. Yeah. But if you keenly observe, there are Gopas and Gopis, and there is one, the most beloved Gopi. There is a mention of most beloved Gopi, and that is what is Radha is. So there is a backstory for this I have written in the book. The story goes that, it is Vyasa compiled the Bhagavatam. In fact, it goes back to Skanda Purana, where Shiva and Parvati have conversation. Every Purana, every Katha, everything start with a question. So here Parvati is asking Shiva, and then Shiva is telling her, narrating the story of Krishna Leela, what all happened during Krishna. And then stories, when it's so interesting, relaxing, that is what it's supposed to do. That's why we have bedtime stories. Children go to sleep half the time, we don't listen fully. That's why maybe we keep wanting to know the story again and again. So much of relaxation, so her intellect has relaxed, stopped functioning, because another dimension opens up, heart opens up when you listen to all these beautiful stories, narrations. She's dozed off. So when you are listening to story, you keep saying like that, no? So then Shiva is encouraged that she is listening, right? So there is one parrot sitting on the top of the tree and very interested to listen to this story, okay? So then parrots can imitate us, they say. When Parvati was sleeping, immediately parrot came to know. So he started imitating her voice and saying, listening. So Shiva has completed the story. Then suddenly Parvati has woken up. She's saying to Shiva, I'm so sorry, that Kshama kijiye, that I dozed off. Then he said, then who was all the time listening to me, because he was so engrossed in narrating. Then he looks up and there he sees the parrot. Then he knows this is the parrot who was saying. Immediately parrot comes to know, he runs, he flies away. And the story goes that Shiva chases him. And anyway, Shiva can do anything just in 1 second, but he's also playing with him. This parrot has rushed. He goes to Vyasa. Vyasa's wife Vatika is there, and he goes into her womb. That's just the whole story. And then he is growing there, and after 16 years only he comes out. That is Shukadeva. So as soon, even when he came out as a child only, already he was enlightened soul, they say. And because he learnt everything in his mother's womb. There's also Vatika means a beautiful garden. Parrots live in garden, right?
Yes.
So there's another meaning also. That is another story we can go. This Vyasa compiles all the stories, and then narrates to his son, prodigy, Shukadev. So Shuka, and then he tells Shuka that go and tell the story to Parikshit, who had only 7 days to live. No? So he said, just listening to Bhagavatam, he will find liberation. So then the story goes that Shukadeva went, and then his disciple was there, Sutarishi. So he also listened to Suta, also listened to the story along with Parikshit, and he felt so happy, and then he shared it with his friend Shaunaka Rishi. And then Shaunaka said, this story should be told to every nook and corner of this creation. And so he gathered, they say that more than like thousands of rishis, he brought them to Naimisharanya. Again, Suta Muni narrated the Bhagavatam and how they spread this message to every nook and corner of the world, they say. That is how it is till today. After 5,000 years, we have access for it, We are so grateful to all these rishis, especially Shukadev, who brought it, and who is all embodiment of devotion. In fact, we always pray in our Guru Parampara, right? He is one of our Gurus. This is how Bhagavatam was narrated, and even now we can have access for all this. Of course, there are many texts which also speaks about Krishna's Leela, and Radha's time, Krishna's time, everything. Especially in Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Narada speaks about Radha here, glories of Radha, Radha's Shakti. Garga Samhita, Garga Maharshi narrates, he speaks about Radha also. There is mention of Radha. We have written about it in our book. It's a long story.
We want more.
So why this whole story is, why it is not mentioned, because they say that this parrot was Radha's parrot. So he has seen the whole Radha Krishna story, everything, no? Vyasa would mention the word Radha when he was narrating the story to him again, no? Then whenever he will hear, he will go into samadhi. So then Vyasa said, so don't mention the word Radha, that is when you feel, so you say that most beloved Gopi. That is why she is not mentioned. Yeah.
Okay.
Like Gurudev says, Radha means that devotion, that longing aspect. When you're longing only, you'll get the divine. So when you long for something, then you get the divine space. No? So Krishna is the divine and she is the longing. Beautiful. Longing and love, in fact. No? That is what is their story is. That's why I called it supreme love.
So beautiful, Amma. We can keep hearing stories about the gopis and the most beloved gopi. So speaking of gopis, Amma, we have heard that they would forget everything in the presence of Krishna. So here also, have you seen anything happen similarly in Gurudev's presence?
Lots. In fact, every devotee that comes here, they'll say, oh, we had so many questions. The minute we saw Gurudev, we forgot everything. This is so similar, They even forgot to cook, they forgot to stop the stove. They say that they forgot to put even kajal in one eyes. They will rush when they hear the flute music of Krishna. So that is why Krishna means one who attracts. So much of attraction, power of attraction, everybody will go to him like he was like a magnet. Same thing happens here. Everybody, all age, we all run behind Gurudev, no? And then we are so happy for no reason. Joy wells up. And then all the questions, all the worries goes away in his presence. Later it may come back. Then again they want to come and talk to him. Again they'll forget. This though I have seen. It has happened to all of us, in fact. And there's so many instances, that's similar. But no need to compare. Every experience, every period is, that time it was Krishna's energy, now Gurudev has his own charm. Even though everything is similar, Gurudev has the Gambhirya of Rama, he has the attraction of Krishna, but he has much more, that we can feel it in the present moment. That is so authentic for us. See, stories, anyway, stories. You listen to it and sometimes you forget, but these are all experiences. So when you come to the master, that seeking also stops and blossoming begins. That's what happened in Uddhava's case.
It is said that Uddhava wanted to become a Brahma Rishi, a Maharishi, and he went to Krishna, his cousin, and he said, please give me that title. But Krishna said, your studies are not yet complete. Go to Vrindavan. So why did he tell him to go to Vrindavan, Amma, as opposed to studying some more?
Yeah. In fact, Uddhava, you all know, we all know, Uddhava is the cousin brother of Krishna, and he would always follow him. Even though he was 5-6 years younger to him, he would imitate him in every way. He wanted to follow him, and he was in awe with him, and he was like a hero worship, He was attracted to all the knowledge of Krishna's knowledge, whatever Krishna would say, and then he was so much in the mind. He loved scriptures. So that intellect stops us from experiencing the self, because there's always concept. This concept, when you have to go beyond the intellect only, you can be in the self. We have 7 layers of existence. We have all learned. Gurudev says, body, breath, mind, memory, intellect, ego, and the self. So when you have to cross over all this intellect, he was still in the intellectual. That's why he wanted titles like Brahmagyani, like Maharshi title, like that. And so that title he really liked, and sometimes it is like good to, you feel confident, or you can say little bit egoistic, but it's okay to have good ego, sattvic ego. But then he really thought that he was so brilliant. So he went and asked Krishna that why don't you give me the title, So that's when he said, your studies are not yet complete till you go and visit the Gopis. And then there his ego came in between. He said, what? Gopis simpleton, what will they give me knowledge? I have to give them knowledge maybe. So that is my one last homework type. So like that he went there, and then the moment he stepped in Vrindavan, something else happened, transformation. I have written about it in the book, you have to read. When he met with all these gopis and gopas, it was a totally different environment. Knowledge was undercurrent. It was not like, there was no discussion about any knowledge, this and that. There was only discussion about, do you want to have laddu, do you want to have butter, like that only. They had such day-to-day things, like very mundane things, but with a nice, joyful presence, So he was thinking, they are so simple, they have no ambitions at all, there is no goal setting, there is no need to have achievements. They were so relaxed and they were happy. And they were in Krishna's thoughts only all the time. I wouldn't even say memory, they were in his thoughts. Because for them Krishna was so much present there. He had never left Vrindavan for them. Because their hearts were with him. So they have also gone, if it is like that, So there's so many instances where he found that it was so simple. Life is so simple, yet so joyful. It's not like accomplishing something and then you become happy. Once I get Brahmagyan, Brahmarshi title, then I'll be happy. No, they're happy in the present moment, as our Gurudev says. Mind in the present moment is a happy mind, right? More he experienced the devotion and their gratitude. Devotion always has that big background of gratitude. When you are grateful, devotion is also natural for you. So life takes a different turn. It has another dimension. So that is where he learned that there's something beyond intellect. There's something beyond, which he thought he missed really. So that is where, when he met Radha, that was the final thing. These were the cake, and she was icing on the cake and the cherry on the cake, you can say. Her devotion, her presence, there was nothing missing there. So he said, this is it, I want to be like this, I want to be like Radha, I want to be like these gopis. Simple yet so, there was something else with them, gravitas, no? So that is, that's how he went as a seeker. He was a sincere seeker, but when he came back, he was a blossomed, grateful devotee, And he said to Krishna, I don't want any of these titles. I just want to be like the Gopas and Gopis. Please accept me, And then he said, why did I not see, why I couldn't see this sight before? Same eyes, now I'm seeing this, that he is fully in love with him. Before also he was in love, but it had a different color. But now it was, the spectacles was off. There is no more coloring, It was natural. So being natural, being simple, humble, at the same time dignified, That is what I feel Gopas and Gopis represented. That is the character of Radha also. She was so beautiful, but there was something about her, like you could feel that gravitas again, that you could feel that inner strength, the source. When you are with your source, you feel that the whole universe is yours, because you are in the universe, everything is yours, like that. That was her speciality, I would say. She was so confident that divine is with me, That is, when you are with the source, you are in the divine, right? There is no two.
Amma, this is feeling like our own Bhagavatam session. So special to experience the flavors of devotion. So two questions come to mind, Amma. That one, Sita and Radha were there 7,000, 5,000 years ago. And yet they've transcended time. They've not faded even a little bit from our memory. What is it about them that has kept them so alive?
As I was mentioning to you, that these Bhagavatam, Purana, Itihasa they call it, it so happened. So that means it's not like some Kapolkalpit, that we have the imaginary stories, When you feel that it is authentic, then when they can do it, there is some authenticity, it comes to you, and then you feel confident that how you can apply it to the present lifetime. How you can be one Radha, one Gopi, one Gopa. The relevance is there for present lifetime. This is the beauty in our Itihasa Puranas. It's not just something that happened before, it's still happening, as Gurudev says that how Ramayana is happening every day in our life. So Radha is also like that. Bhagavatam is also happening every day. Every day Krishna is giving us the gyan. When the mind is in war, looking at so many things, when you have so many concepts and it is fighting with each other, your own concepts. So that is when the knowledge is like, when it's all jumbled, mumbled up, then the comb of knowledge, Gurudev says, how you can remove all this. So like that, so many instances are there which you can be a referral point for us for now. At the same time, it's not just carrying you to the past, it can bring you to the present moment. Right now I can feel gratitude, right now I can feel devotion, and I have the opportunity, I have the good luck that I have a guru with me, that I can show all this and then feel that elevated spirit, consciousness. So that refinement of consciousness happens. That is where your guru, when you have a master in life, that is when that blossoming really happens. Even thousands of years back there were lotus in the lotus pond. Today also it is there. You can relate to them. Thousands of years back, sun, moon, stars existed. You just look at them and then you can be transported into another world. At the same time, you are here only. So it's authentic for us. It's not like airy fairy. Yes, same moon, Sharad Purnima, she gazed, Radha Krishna danced under this. you can still transport yourself into that beauty in life. Same thing happens to when you look at a flower, look at the lotus, look at these lovely colors, the flowers, how your whole mind takes that shift, and then it goes to the source. It goes to the who created this, who is this divine. And when you feel that I have access for it through the stars, you see the star, you are reminded of the divine who created this. No human can ever imagine what the whole universe creation has done for us, right? And that Divya Drishti, you can say, that eyes is open to you in the presence of the Master. The same flower will be there. Even yesterday was the same flower. Today, when you have met your Master and you are coming, seeing, oh, lovely white flowers are there in this. Look at the size of this flower. Chota chota is like a star, and your whole flow of thoughts is in a different direction, and it's so relaxing. Today, very much needed, what we very much need is this relaxation. Mind is always stressed with something or the other. Either it is from the environment that you are, the food that you eat, or with your own concepts, which nobody is. That's why Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, Maneva Manushyanam Karanam Bandha Moksheho. Your own mind is what can make you beautiful or bind you or free you, right? This I really love it. This all the time I keep referring to it. That comes to me. Smritir Labdva, like that. It comes to me whenever I get caught up in some small little things. So it's not about just acquiring more, as Uddhava was doing. Like, it's also okay, but if you have the good fortune to find your divine, your guru, that's what your whole outlook changes in life, towards the betterment. So that is where all these Itihasa Purana help us to be a better citizen, better to see a better world, to see more happier world. That's what Gurudev's aim is, to see everybody happy. The program is called Happiness Program, right? So time and again they come as in different forms. The same energy comes to uplift human beings. I feel that when you contemplate on these subjects, the subject of gratitude, now there is a research. They're telling if you feel grateful, there's so much different type of hormones are created in your system that really boosts your energy level. At the drop of a hat, we feel tired, we feel depressed. These things can be handled, through our mind only, because we say that this big percentage of our whatever diseases are psychosomatic, right? So these were the ways to, it was a psychological booster, all these stories. There is also negative force there. There is one Ravana is there, there is one Kamsa there, which is also there in our mind. We have so many negative thoughts. We feel like punching somebody when you're angry. So these things are very relatable, that it was there before also, it's there now also, and you can handle it. They have all gone through it and then they have come out of it successfully. I would say reading all this book is like psychological support. There's so many things you can find goodness in anything that you have. You can attach good qualities for that, and that depends on the quality of consciousness you are in present moment. So when you meditate, then you feel like appreciating everything. So art of living is appreciating life, Gurudev says. So in every story we find joy, we want to share it. That's a whole space I have come from, that I wanted to share these beautiful stories. Time and again, it's timeless stories, but again, see, people who already know, they will enjoy also. People who don't know, they will learn little new, It's nice to share. That's what What do you say?
Absolutely.
If you ask about my book, I'll glorify my book only.
Waiting to read it. Amma, it is said that the Gopis spent only the first 12 years with Krishna. After that, he left Vrindavan. And that longing that we relate to and we feel as devotees, what do you do for that longing, Amma?
So Gurudev's one answer is always ringing in my mind. He says, I only come once, I don't leave. When I come only and then I never leave. Like that it was for them with Krishna. So Krishna never left them. They never left Krishna. There are many stories of longing, like how Radha longed for him, how Krishna longed for Radha, how gopis were feeling so empty without him. All are there. Even when he was there, like Krishna was so attached to Radha, so he wanted her to come, but she couldn't come from her house. So there is a story I have written which is very interesting. Lalita and Vishaka were Radha's close friends. And Madhumangal, Sridhama was Radha's brother. And then Subala, all these three were very close to Krishna. When Radha couldn't come out of her house, so there the story goes that Subala went to her and then she changed into his clothes and then came and he was there waiting as Radha in their house. And then Krishna is crying in the Yamuna, that he is lying down and crying that Radha has not come. So then he sees the reflection of Subala. Radha is dressed as Subala, but he thinks it's Subala has come back, no? So he is crying even more louder. He is a small boy, no? Then Radha is saying, look at me, see Krishna, I have come. And then he looks at her, hearing her voice, and he is very happy. Same thing happens to Radha. Once Krishna has not yet come and she is waiting with her beautiful lotus, which is flowered. He wanted only give it to him, but he has not come at all. So then she's crying, and then somebody one gopi has come with Veena. She's waiting for flute and Krishna, but one gopi has come with Veena, and she's sitting there, and then she said, can I play for you? She said, oh, yes, okay. And then she's still looking at the road of where Krishna would come, and she's listening to Veena. It was so melodious and so like string, her heartstring was pulled. She's crying more. And then her friend Lalita comes and she starts laughing. And then she says, what is happening? Radha, see, who is that? Then she sees and Krishna dressed as gopi sitting and playing Veena. And it is said that Veena is an instrument which really opens your heart, whereas flute is more for gratitude. When you feel hollow and empty, and then only the divine plays through you, they say, that the divine song comes out of it. That is the divine song of Krishna. And then if you see, it was only till Vrindavan he played flute just to please the gopis and gopas, just it's exclusive for them. And when he went to Dwaraka, after he left Vrindavan, from then onwards, they say that his main instrument was Shanknath. That is the symbol of dharma. He went to establish dharma wherever it was needed. Till in Vrindavan, it was more of play and devotion and love. Later you saw the valor part of him and how he established dharma. Then, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutanam adharmasya tadatmanam srujamyaham. So he just took his shank and he blew his conch. That conch signifies dharma. So he played his part so perfectly. He was like a lion in the war field. When Arjuna was crying how I can wage war with my own relatives and my own people, then he said, you are nimitta matram. Nimitta matram bhava savyasachi. You be the nimitta, I am there for you. I will take all that, whatever happens there, onus is on me. So leave it to me, all the karma, whatever you think, But you just be the instrument of the divine. So his advices are so timely. This Radha Krishna story, it is just supreme love, love, love and devotion. In that there are beautiful conversations we have interwoven with Radha Uddhava, Narada Uddhava, how Uddhava saw them, how he understood them, and how he beautifully narrated all these things are there.
Beautiful. We get the opportunity to get lost in devotion and even through music here at the ashram. So now one last question about the music that Gurudev has composed. Gurudev has composed numerous songs on Radha, Radhe Radhe, Govinda, Radha Gopala.
Radhe Govind, he has only done. So actually all songs are by him only. You know? We are all nimitta. My favorite is Radhe Govind. He did it long back, quite a long time back. And in his presence, whatever song we sing is so beautiful and powerful. So Radhe Govind, there are so many Radhe Sham, all those songs are by him.
Even in Satsangama, in the olden days it used to be Radhe song, now also it's Jai Jai Radha Ramana. So the last impression also that we go away as devotees is Radhe Sham. Any deeper significance to that?
Nothing. You have said it all. Devotion is something that is at another level. When you have gratitude, grace naturally comes to you, and then you realize that whole life is nothing but a beautiful song. You know, that is what is Uddhava Gita also says, you know, that how when you are in love with your Guru, when you come to the Guru, whole life is a song. You know? Song is not like a burden. A joyful song, I should say. Song of divine is always a blissful song. Like our satsang, our bhajans. No? We can hear one or two songs.
Please, Amma, would you sing first?
So Jai Jai Radha Ramana is the victory to the devotion and the divine. And the Radha Raman, like victory to the divine who is creating the devotion. Radhe Govind, Radhe Govind, Radhe Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govind, Shri Radhe Govind, Radhe Govind, Radhe Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govind, Radhe Govinda Radhe, Radhe Govinda Radhe, Radhe Govinda Radhe, Hey Radhe Govinda Radhe, Radhe Govinda Radhe, Radhe Govinda Radhe, Radhe Govinda Radhe, Hey Radhe Govinda Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe Govind, Radhe Govind, Radhe Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govind, Shri Radhe Govind, Radhe Govind, Radhe Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govind, Radhe Govinda Radhe, 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 Radhe 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 Radhe, Radhe Govinda Radhe, Hey Radhe Govinda Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe Radhe, Radhe 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 Radhe, Radhe Govind, Radhe Govind, Radhe Govinda Bhajo Radhe Govind, Shri Radhe Govind, Radhe Govind, Radhe Govinda Bhajo Radhe Radhe Govind. Which one next? Which one? Radhe Radhe Shyam Radhe 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 Shyam Govinda Gopala Radhe Radhe Shyam Govinda Gopala Radhe Radhe Shyam Radhe 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 Shyam Radhe 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 Shyam Govinda Gopala Radhe Radhe Shyam Govinda Gopala Radhe Radhe Shyam Govinda Radhe Radhe Shyam Gopala Radhe Radhe Shyam Govinda Radhe Radhe Shyam Gopala Radhe Radhe Shyam Radhe Radhe Shyam Govinda Radhe Shri Radhe 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 Shyam Govinda Radhe Shri Radhe Govinda Radhe Radhe Shyam Gopala Radhe Radhe Shyam Govinda Radhe Radhe Shyam Gopala Radhe Radhe Shyam Shri Radhe 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 Shyam Govinda Radhe Shri Radhe 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 Shyam Govinda Radhe Govinda Radhe Govinda Radhe. Done? Jai Gurudev.